Get ready for a story that will challenge your beliefs about faith and hope. Max, a forgotten street dog, has discovered a secret that many don't know. Against all odds, he found an unexpected truth that transformed his life. How can a simple dog teach lessons of faith and gratitude that many humans ignore? Find out how Max's silent cry was heard in a surprising way. On the bustling streets of a big city lived Max, a street dog with eyes full of sadness and hope. Without an owner or a home, his days were a struggle for food and shelter, and his nights were spent in cold corners, trying to protect himself from the wind and rain. Despite the hardships, Max always found reasons to be thankful: a dry place, a cuddle from a stranger, or the warmth of the morning sun. Max often passed by a church, attracted by the soft music and the peace of the people coming and going. Watching them, Max began to long to understand the faith that seemed to transform their lives. Even in the midst of adversity, he believed that God was listening to their silent cries. One day, an elderly woman with a warm smile noticed Max on the steps of the church and gently nudged him, saying, "You're always welcome here, friend. God loves all his creatures." These words touched Max deeply. He began to see the church as a refuge, where he could feel peace and hope. One rainy night, Max was shivering with cold and hunger. He remembered the prayers he had heard in church and, in his own way, prayed, thanking them for being alive and asking for the strength to carry on. A few days later, bruised and weak, he dragged himself to the church and lay down on the altar steps. Some people, including the gray-haired Dona Lucia, noticed his condition and took care of him, cleaning his wounds and offering him food and water. Max began to recover under the care of the church. Dona Lucia took him home at night, providing him with a warm place to sleep. One day, a young woman called Anna heard Max's story and decided to adopt him. She took him to the vet and looked after his wounds. Over time, Max grew into a healthy, happy dog with a loving home. Max never forgot his difficult days on the streets and continued to accompany Anna on her visits to church. His story became a symbol of hope and faith for many. One Sunday, Anna shared Max's story with the congregation, highlighting his resilience and gratitude, and how God had miraculously transformed his life. From that day on, Max became a symbol of hope in the community, inspiring everyone to keep the faith, even in the most difficult situations. He lived the rest of his days as a beacon of hope, reminding everyone that, with faith and gratitude, God always hears the cries of his children and never abandons them.